see me on Albemarle Road. Turned around, pulled out the gun, and started firing. When he shot me, it threw me in the street by the gutter. And I was in and out of it. I asked my mother, I'm like, Mom, why am I in the hospital? She was like, Mia, you got shot. I was like, Mom, am I paralyzed? She was like, yeah, Mia, you're paralyzed. I said, no, I'm not, because I still could do this dance. And this is what I did. I was like,
I can tell that you don't ever want to trust again, cause every time you trusted, it just left you hurt. And I can tell that you don't ever want to love again, cause when they leave, all you do is second guess your worth. Now you're choking on your tears and you can't breathe, cause all the pain is coming at you like a stampede. And even after all of that, you feel you can't leave. But Uncle changing who you are to fit a man's needs. It's not fair, I know it isn't right, but you were meant to shine bright. Don't you dim your light, live your life, because you're perfect how you are. Don't you change a thing. And baby, you were made a queen, but he ain't a king. So why you tripping when it ain't a thing? One day you'll find someone who will make it seem like every day's a dream. Just be honest with yourself that you're truly done, and make your ex-man jealous of who you become.
I walked away from the manipulation, and I walked away from the threats, and I walked away from the put-downs, and I regained myself. And I found myself again, and I got stronger and better and wiser. I remember picking my children up from Child Protective Services in Orangewood, and my son said, Mom, I don't care if we're poor, but we're free.
Tell me who it is you are. You say you got a big old heart, but that it's filled with scars, and that you wanna die cause you're tired of the pain. I'll tell you who it is you are. I know you're a shining star, and that you've been fighting hard, and that you're gonna rise from the fire and the flame. See, I know who you won't be, at least not anymore with all that confidence. Girl, I can see the beauty that you don't see, and you deserve someone who doesn't call it quits, not someone who puts you down like you're incompetent. See, that's why you feel uncomfortable with compliments, cause you put up a wall, cause you don't know who's fake now. You don't know who's gonna build you up or make you break down, and you don't wanna risk it, you will not relive it. And that's why you built a barrier to make sure that nobody visits. And I realize it hurts, and that this time is worse, but I know you were meant for more, so just realize your worth. It's not determined by a man or even by the church. It's determined in yourself, so look inside and search. You got more power than you think, don't let a man define you. And I promise I will stand behind you. See, he was busy trying to burn you down with a couple matches, but you are like a phoenix rising from the ashes, and becoming a better you, someone that you never knew. Girl, it was something you were meant to do. All the pain and the flames made you stronger. Now whenever it gets in your way, you will conquer. All I speak is truth, really hope that you believe this. So when you're in the fire, just remember you're a phoenix.
yeah, the power of a survivor is just, you gotta keep moving on. You know, you can't get nowhere if you stay in the same place. If you wake up the next day, you know you can keep going on.
I'll tell you who it is you are. I know you're a shining star, and that you've been fighting hard, and that you're gonna rise from the fire and the flame.
There's help out there. You just gotta look.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to No Limits. I am your host, the Red Queen. I am back in full effect. Today, we will not be talking about music. I have a special guest that's coming on my platform with me. She is part of my team and part of Platinum Music Entertainment. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Today's topic is, we're going to be talking about domestic violence. I know this topic, I've done it before, and it's a real touchy topic. A lot of people don't talk about it. But please do me a favor. Share it up, tag your friends, tag your family, tag your exes, tag the world. Make everybody come into No Limits so we can have a chit chat on domestic violence. So, Jennifer, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, sis?
I'm good. I'm hanging in there.
That's all we can do.
I've been MIA, so a lot of people will be like, "What the hell's going on here?" But we're bringing back some personal topics. Not really personal, but I don't hide my life from the world. I am an open book. So that way, if I'm an open book, nobody can use nothing against me, right? So we're here to talk about domestic violence. There's a lot of men. Also, I can't just include the women. There's also men that go through domestic violence. I was reading in the Attorney at Law magazine that each year more than 10 million people are physically abused by their intimate other. There are women more at risk than men, but men still go through it. We have certain people in our lives that are going through it as we speak. And I wanted to be here to help those that, oh, Jennifer got kicked off. I don't know why. She'll be back. There are those out there that are looking for help and don't know how. If there's anybody, I'm going to say this in the beginning of this live, because if there's anybody out there that wants to speak upon how they got over domestic violence and they overcame it, or they're scared, or they don't know who to run to, there was a number up, which I will put the number back up later, where you can reach somebody that can help you. Don't be afraid to speak out, guys. Whether you're a man or a woman, don't be afraid to speak up. I personally went through it. I went through domestic violence. I've been in a few relationships where I was beaten and abused, and not only physical, but mental and verbal abuse. So I can help. If you want help, I am here. You can inbox me. I can get you the resources that you need. Jennifer is back. I can get you the resources that you need, or at least I can try. I am here to help you all. I'm not only here to bring out the music. I'm not only here to give, make it fun. I'm here to help everyone. Let me say hello to no one. Emilio Lorianne Garcia. Hello, my love. Cisco Rivera. Cynthia Rabaza, my sister from another mister.
Yes.
Christine Mendez, how you doing? Alejandro El Niño, what's up? Lefty, one arm. I will get you the name of the song in a few minutes. Let's get into this topic. Jennifer, what do you have to say?
Well, actually, we want to help women, and not only women, like men, kids, families, to understand the abuse that goes on, that a lot of people don't actually speak about it, because there's a lot of hidden aspect within the homes, within the relationships. And sometimes we get traumatized by certain things that occurred in the home, in the relationship. So we want to just put the word out there to make sure that everybody understands you don't have to be in that relationship. You don't have to be in that home that makes you unhappy. You don't have to be in that situation. There's always a way out. Sometimes it's scary because you're trapped and you don't know how to get out of it, but there's always going to be a way out of it. If you can speak to someone, speak to a friend, speak to a family, speak to a neighbor, and just let other people understand what you're going through and what you're feeling. Because mentally abuse is one of the worst things that anybody can go through. Physically abuse is one of the worst things anybody can go through. Or any kind of abuse, that anybody can go to go through, it's like hard because mentally you become like not yourself, and you start doing things that you never partake to do, within yourself. It's always good to be aware. Like if you get into a relationship, always be aware of the first impression that someone gives you. I never believed in that in first impression because I always thought that, oh, it's okay, he's not going to do nothing. It's fine. I'm good. I'm safe. But no, the first impression and the first word that comes out of anybody's mouth in a relationship or in any situation is going to tell you the outcome of what's going to happen along the line. So we just want everybody to understand it's not about the other person. It has to be about you. You have to learn how to find yourself. You have to learn how to love yourself. You have to learn how to be in control of your own person. Okay. Sometimes we get caught up in, oh, because I love you, or because, you everything to me, or that I miss you. And no, it doesn't work like that.
I think that you're supposed to love yourself more than what you can ever love a man or a woman.
Right. If you don't love yourself and you don't love yourself within, what happens is that you destroy yourself and it becomes a pattern. And then that pattern becomes worse and worse every time. And then you're stuck in that black shadow that you're trying to seek out to come out of. And it's hard because you didn't believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe who you are, what you want to be. You have to, find a way that you can meet goals. Don't never let anybody tell you cannot do anything because you can. Never let nobody stop your dreams because you can. Never let nobody criticize you or tell you that you're not going to go anywhere because you can. And with my experience, I never got physically abused, but I got mentally abused. And there was a time in my life where I didn't believe in myself. There was a time in my life where I didn't believe that I can do certain things and overcome things. And I learned that, yes, I can. And today I can say my stories and I can tell people my stories and everything that I went through in my life. And today I can say that I've overcame everything that hurt me, everything that threw me, everything that destroyed me. And I am a better person. I am a happier person. I do what I want to do. I've accomplished my goals. I'm happy. I can share my stories with other women, other men, other kids, other people, and just let them know that, everything is difficult, but nothing is hard to get to where you need to get to. And there's a lot of people that, they go out there criticizing other people, talking about other people, bringing people down, saying all kinds of stuff. And it's not even about that. It's about helping others to become better. And that's what me and Red are trying to do tonight, is trying to make other people be better, love themselves, looking within their hearts and know that they can succeed in everything that they do. And we all can do it with the grace of God and the love that we can have for each other.
Let me cut you off real quick. Peter Garcia says, sometimes that's how I feel, like that. I never feel like I wasn't good enough. Well, let me tell you something, Peter. You are good enough. If nobody can see your worth, then it's their loss. You walk away from that with your head held high. Because you know what? Let me tell you a story. I would say about 15 years ago, maybe more, I was in an abusive relationship. I was living in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania with a man, and the man was an alcoholic. And let me tell you that sometimes, before I continue my story, sometimes when I tell these stories, I break down. So don't mind me if I start crying. Red Queen is a softie. I'm sorry, but I'm a softie. I have a soft heart for a lot of things, but we're not going to get into that. So I was living with this man and he was an alcoholic. I thought that this man loved me. Mind you, my kids were little. There was one time he came home drunk. I had just cooked. I gave him a plate of hot food. And because I said something that he didn't like, defending myself, He smacked me in the face with a plate of hot food. Lucky I have no scars left on my face from the plate. But I reacted with violence. I tried to stab him while he was sleeping. The next morning, he got up for work. I waited. I had just got paid. I grabbed my kids and ran. He followed me all the way to New York, to Brooklyn. He followed me. He tried to run me over with his truck. So what can I do? I didn't call the cops because, you know, back then I was like, I'm not a cop caller. Fuck that. Oh, sorry. Before anything, I apologize. I don't want cursing. It slipped out. I apologize. I'm trying to slow that down, but you guys know that's my favorite word. But anyways, I walked away and I came back to Connecticut. Here in Connecticut, I met another, man that was possessive. I went with him to New Jersey years after my abuse with the one in Philadelphia. Well, the guy thought that he can overpower me. He was bigger than me. I'm only 5'4". A lot of people say 5'2". Okay, I shrunk I shrunk a little bit. But the guy came out here when I left him after the abuse, verbal abuse. After I left him, he came out here and kidnapped me. Left me for dead. Beat the crap out of me. He beat me up so bad that my eye was closed shut. My ribs were fractured. I had a fractured pelvis from him kicking me. He tried to throw me in a river behind a hotel down the street from where I used to live. And in the process of him taking me to this place where he wanted to kill me, he put his hand inside my pants and said that I was cheating. Cheating is not when you break up, but whatever. Even though I wasn't with another man, he accused me and he put his fingers in my vagina. Well, when I got to him, because he punched me in the face, when I finally saw everything come to light, I grabbed my boot that had a heel about maybe this big, and I put it in his face.
Daughter Deja.
He tried to, sorry, I gotta shut this off. He tried to break me. And let me tell you, ladies, it's not easy. It's not easy to fight back because men are stronger than women. But there's a lot of women out here. There's a lot of women out here that abuse men. And if you guys have been following me since I first started 4 years ago going on now, you guys would know that I don't defend women. I don't defend nobody. I defend who's right. So with this, I'm saying if I overcame all this abuse from my past, because it's not only domestic, it's not only with a man, it's happened to other people through their family, through their brothers beating their sisters up, through brothers beating brothers up. That's domestic violence. It's domestic. It's a domestic. Whether you're in a relationship or not, and you are with a family member and you are fighting, it's a domestic. You call the cops, they're going to put it as a domestic violence. So, in this magazine, it says, it is estimated that nearly 11% of men will experience more than one or more of the abusive actions of their partners. men get abused too. And it's sad. It's really sad.
Absolutely.
I know women that have gotten abused. I know one that's in my life right now that because she loves this man, she won't leave him. She won't leave him. I know a man, a friend of mine here on Facebook, that's gone through the abuse. He's in the comments. And I've cried. He's told me his story and I cried. I cried and I have him there as a witness. I cried hearing his story. I felt his pain. And this is why I decided to do this. Because not only men or women go through this. They're not, women are not the only ones. Women are not the only victims. And we're not victims. We're not victims. If we come out of this, we are not victims. We conquer. We conquer. We don't play that. Jennifer, what do you have to add? Oh, man, I wanted to tell
Well, yeah, that's a point that you just said right now. It's not only about women. It's about men. Men get abused, kids get abused, family get abused. There's a lot of people that get abused by certain situations, and sometimes it's kind of like hard to get out of the situation. But if we can actually help somebody to get out of that situation and understand that it's going to be okay, that they're not going to get hurt by this situation, because you have to move forward. And like I said before, you have to love yourself. You have to find yourself. You have to ask yourself, why did I get myself in this situation? How do I get out of this situation? Men have been abused. I have brothers that have been abused by women. I have friends male friends that have been abused by women. The same way that I had women friends that have been abused by men. I have families that have been abused by somebody, a family member. Because one of the worst things, I think, physically abusing somebody, it's not cool. But the main thing that will actually destroy you is mental abuse. And mental abuse is when you have somebody constantly tell you, oh, you're ugly. Oh, you're fat. Or you're nobody. Or you no good. Or you nobody. You just a loser. Like those things will penetrate in your mind and will destroy you internally. That anything that you do or touch, you can't accomplish because you're already mentally so abused by these things. So if anybody out here in this chat that's going through something, through a moment or pain or depression or feel some type of way, reach out to somebody and speak to somebody so that they can help you become better and help you see for who you are, which is self-love. That's why when I put on my post and my pictures and I say I love myself, because I look into myself in the mirror every day and I say, Jennifer Garcia, you're beautiful and you're worth everything that life has given you.
Mm-hmm.
So we're here to help people. We want to help people. We want people to come and reach out to us, speak to us. And if we can change somebody's life, that would be a blessing.
Have you ever been through domestic violence, Jennifer?
No, I never been through domestic violence because I'm a tough cookie. I go in, but I've been through mental abuse.
But even the strongest ones of us have been through it. Because I consider myself a tough cookie. I just, I never thought that ever in my life I would be in a situation like that. I don't think a lot of us think that we're going to ever be in a situation like that. We'd be like, well, I wouldn't go through that. Well, maybe she brought it on herself. No, nobody brings this on themselves. Nobody brings violence to themselves. There's women out there that they poke at a man and a man gets tired. But the man's job is to just walk away. But there's men also out there that make women lose it.
Right.
I'm not saying that it's okay. What I'm saying is that sometimes we put ourselves in situations that we don't really think that we're putting ourselves in. There's a lot of red flags. And I didn't let me see if I can get it. Keep talking, Jennifer. I'm gonna get it right now.
So I'm gonna there was a situation last night. I have a best friend that we've been friends for many years. So she got herself in a relationship with this guy that she bought a home in Pennsylvania, she bought a car, whatever, but she never realized that this guy was an abusive person. He beat her to the point that he knocked off all her teeth. Okay, she ran for her life because he was going to kill her. So she came back to New York. She called me. She says, "Oh, I'm never going to go back with him, you know, this and this and that. I'm scared for my life." So I told her, you need to move forward and stay away from that and never go back, because the next time he's going to kill you and it's going to be too late. And you don't want us to go to your funeral. But sometimes you can give a person an advice and you can try to help a person, but because of the way they feel and the way they love that person, they tend to go back because of their insecurities and because of the way they feel for that person. So she went back to him. And I wasn't told, I didn't know until I get a phone call last night, like around 12 something. And she's calling me crying frantically, scared. "Jennifer, please help me." And I said, "Where are you?" She goes, "I'm in Pennsylvania trying to get a train or a bus back to New York because he's going to kill me. I just finished. I'm sneaking out through my basement window with nothing, no money, no nothing. And I need to get to New York." And I said, "It's okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll pay for your ticket. It's for you to come back to New York. But please try to stay as far away from him because he's going to kill you." And she was so scared about her life. She was so scared about what this man was going to do to her that it just freaked me out, because I was like, oh my God, what if this man catches her? He's going to kill her. And she kept telling me, "I'm sorry. I promise you I was never going to go back to him." And I said, "No, it's okay. I understand. I just want you to come back home safe." Which she did, came back home safe. And, you know, she's in a better place right now, trying to deal with all the trauma that she went through with him. But all I can say for the women and the man, or anybody, a family, if you are in that situation and you know that you are going to be killed, you need to leave now. Do not wait until someone from your family comes and is doing a funeral for you because you didn't take the advice from somebody that was trying to help you. When somebody tells you leave, get help, get it. It's okay. It's going to be a process, and it's going to be a situation that you're not going to understand, but your life means more than anything or anybody to take it away from you. There's numbers, there's programs. They have programs in hospitals. They have a lot of programs in the cities. There's a lot of different numbers that you can call, and they have counseling where you can speak to people. I work in a hospital and I have all the connections because I have a lot of people calling depressed with anxiety, like someone help me, and we try to help them and try to give them the advice that we can, but there's always help. Don't wait till the last minute until your life is over. This is serious.
There's a lot of commercials out there about domestic violence. And in one of the commercials, it shows when you're getting beat up. This is for the women, because I know men are not going to call the police and say, "You want a pizza?" Pick up the phone, dial 911, and act like you're getting a pizza. When they ask you where it's true. It's funny. It sounds funny, but it's true. And when, let's say, somebody comes to the door, somebody comes to the door and you've gotten beat up, all you have to go is like this, and they will know, just like this. You don't have to say nothing. If you call somebody, let's say you call the police, tell them you want a large pizza. with everything on it. And they're going to ask you, are you okay? And you're going to be like, no, no onions. Thank you. Save yourself. Don't wait for somebody to come out and kill you. This is a serious topic. This topic is very serious. I have somebody else that wants to come on. So that is also part of my group, the team that I'm with. So I'm going to just invite him now. And it's a man's point of view. So I'm going to send him the link. So we can all talk and we can give a man's point of view also.
Right. And this is also a situation that a lot of people don't talk about it. A lot of people don't bring it out because it's closed behind doors. But it's time for people to understand and know exactly what's going on in the world with abuse.
Yes.
It's time. It comes from kids, from families, to relationships, to women, and to men. It's time so people can open up their eyes, because there's a lot of things that are going on in this world with kids shooting kids, mothers abusing their kids, fathers raping their daughters. And it's not talked about because everybody wants to put it underneath the table. So it's time.
Listen, I've bumped into women that have been in abusive relationships, and the women, I look at their face and I'm like, what happened? Oh, I bumped myself with the door, or I fell and hit myself.
Mm-hmm.
I've been through the abuse. I've been there. I've been
Like
there. I've conquered it. I know the signs. There's a lot of red flags. And I'm going to get you something where I can tell you most of the red flags, which I had it here, but I thought I put it on my app, but it doesn't come up.
Like Red, also that situation with that, I think 13-year-old girl that her mother was looking for her and she thought that her daughter ran away. Her daughter didn't run away. She ran away from her mother because her mother abused her. And they thought she was missing and that something happened. And the mother was like on TV crying, oh, I want my daughter back, da 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 da. And she was abusing her daughter. That's the reason why her daughter ran away.
Yeah.
Until they found her in Harlem and her daughter said the truth. My mother abused me. That was one of the reasons why I left. Which is kind of like sad.
Alejandro says the biggest thing is that nobody's feelings matter. Nobody's feelings matter except the one you love. And when that one you love really hates you, your existence, you tend to believe you are worthless. Well,
if that person, when you start to feel that person actually hates you, it's because that person never loved you. So don't blame yourself for that. It's just that there are people like that. They make you believe something and they make you feel something. And then at the end, they make you feel like you was worthless. So you're fine. You're good. Don't blame yourself for anything.
Dancer says
that you made a wrong choice.
Flinching, looking down, being quiet, not answering, cutting off family and friends. Those are signs. Lying. Lying is one of the biggest ones. Lying about what happened to you is one of the biggest ones. I hear it all the time.
Right, because when you're lying about everything that happens to you, it's because you're in denial.
Mm-hmm.
Which is that denial is a big word in a lot of situations.
Continue, Jennifer. I gotta help.
Okay. So basically, you shouldn't feel guilty about certain things that happen to you because sometimes it's not your fault. It's just the situation and the person you involved yourself with that didn't recognize and didn't value who you were as a person, as a human being. And they chose to abuse you in every way that they can. And you were so caught up in because, oh, I love you, You're the best thing that ever happened to me. And at that moment in time, you was being abused mentally, physically, emotionally, and in all kinds of aspects. So I blame myself for a lot of things in my life. But then I said to myself, it wasn't about me. It was about the person that I chose, that I let manipulate me in any sense of the word, until everything changed. So now I believe in myself. I love myself. I respect myself. And I grow with myself. And sometimes you can be married to somebody and you just want to be there with them, because you have a child. I was married for 12 years. My son's father was an amazing man. He took care of me. He was a good father. I was never abused, but I wasn't happy because I told him, oh, yeah, I love you. We good, we married. But in reality, I never loved him. And throughout the years, the 19 years that I was with him, I always told him, I need time to find out whether I love you or not. And he said, it's okay, Jen. And then I said, okay. Then after the fact, like when I was 36 years old, I told him I can't be in this relationship anymore because I don't love you. And it's not fair to you to be in a relationship where mentally you think someone loves you and they don't love you, when you can find somebody else to really actually love you. And we broke up, and 2 years later, he found somebody that actually loves him and respects him, So sometimes when you're in a relationship, you just want to be there because of the kids, the family, but then you don't feel internally the same love back, and you're just miserable every day. And that's how I was. I was miserable every day because I was living with somebody that I didn't love. And I wanted a way out until I had to make that decision and just let him know that I didn't love him and I wanted out. So you don't have to stay in a relationship because of the kids, because of the family, because you feel that it's the right thing to do. The right thing to do is love yourself and be in a place where your heart is going to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be in a place where your heart is happy, where you can do the things that you want to do. You can say the things that you want to say. You can enjoy life in every aspect and just be you, and not come home miserable and sit in a sofa with the next person and then go to bed. Oh my God, what am I living? There's a lot of things. There's a lot of different things about relationship, families, everything that goes on, that you can make a change to be happy with yourself. Life is about being happy. With everything that's going on, life is too short. We lost a lot of people. Life is too short. You just gotta live day by day and just enjoy everything that makes you happy so that you can be fine.
Orlando says it's not working. The link is not working for him. You gotta go to Safari and put in the link.
Orlando.
I tried that, but not working for me.
So is there anybody else that wants to say anything, make a comment on something, or?
A loving relationship is supposed to feel liberating.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly.
I say that, being in an abusive relationship is not easy. I know a lot of us say it's easy to get out of. In some ways it is for some people. In some ways it's not.
Right.
You want to come in, Nuno? Let's see, Nuno. We're not throwing we don't throw no names. I'm gonna tell you guys. You guys come on my platform. Here is the warnings. You come on my platform. You do not curse. You do not throw no shade at nobody. You do not mention any names. If we all know them, don't mention no names. We don't mention no type of names here. This is not to throw shade. This is to help others so we can help ourselves heal, and for us to help others get out of situations that they shouldn't be in.
Right. It's just to help other people to get out of that darkness and understand that even if you've been in a bad relationship that mentally, like, actually destroyed you, you can be a better person, because not everybody is the same. Even if you was in a bad relationship, the next relationship that you get yourself into, they're not the same. Everybody is different. So you have to let go of what hurt you, what destroyed you, and give the other person that chance to love you for who you are and respect you for what you are. So there's a lot of people that go into relationships and they're like, no, because I went through this. No, because at the end of the day, there is love out there. And there are women and men that will respect you and give you the love that you deserve. So you need to get out of that insecurity of she's going to be like the next one, because that's not true.
An abuser was once abused or lived in an abusive environment. Let's see if I can do this. I did post a hotline. The hotline is pinned on my page. It's pinned on this live. Orlando, you watching?
Orlando, where are you, Orlando?
You see it says, wait. Can you guys see? You see it says open in Safari. Right? Copy link. Go into Safari. Copy and paste it into Safari and it'll take you in. It'll bring you in. All you have to do is what? Put in your name, right, Jen? I don't normally do it.
No, you don't have to put in your name. He just has to, like, where it says copy link, press on that, and then it's going to tell him, do you want to continue on Facebook or YouTube? And he just has to click on whatever he wants to get on.
There you go. Nisha
Orlando
said,
is not that.
many suffer from PTSD after a bad relationship. People who were abused must heal first before going into another relationship. That's very true. That's very true, because you know what? That a lot of people tend to look for love quickly because they feel that no one loves them, or they feel that they're not good enough. And when somebody gives them the attention, they jump right in.
They jump on it.
Yeah, they jump right into it. And which is not good, because then that the person that was abused tends to flinch every time they see the other person like get close, or it's not nobody else's fault. You have to heal. The number is, I'm gonna say it again. I pinned it to the live. It's 1-800-799-SAFE. Write it down. It's pinned to the live. You guys need help? Call that number. Call that number. Call somebody that cares. Don't stay in an abusive relationship, because it's not healthy. It really ain't. Don't allow your children to see you get disrespected. Because if you have a boy, ladies, and your son see you getting beat up by a man, they're going to think it's okay to beat up on another woman when they grow up. Right. And if you let your daughter see that, she's going to think that's okay. My mother dealt with it. They'll grow up thinking it's okay to be abused or to abuse. And it's not okay. It really ain't. I've told my son, if I ever find out that he puts his hands on a woman, I will beat the out of him. Hello, Michael. So with this, I don't know. I really wanted to have a counseling does help. Yes, it does. There are different places that you can go. I went here after my abuse. I went here to a safe haven. They help women that have been in domestic violence, they help them get shelter. They help them get the help that they need. I tried, won't let me in. What do you mean it won't let you in? Why is everybody saying that? What kind of phone you have?
Galaxy.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Instructions for the guests.
You have to write it down for them.
Oh my God. The strong internet, you need a strong internet connection, just like Skype. You must have
And
strong internet connection for it to work well. Connect to your Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
On iOS, you must use Safari. If you have iOS means if you have an iPhone, use Safari, guys. Use Safari. The iOS has to be 14.2. So if you haven't updated your phone, update now to 14.2. Or even now, because I got the 15 point something. I don't know. But that's the way you're going to get in. When it's time to come, you have to follow these steps. The host should provide you with the link, which I already did. Click the link and you will be taken to their broadcast studio. Allow StreamYard to access your camera and your mic. Make sure you have the correct camera and mic selected. Comprende?
Órale.
I love you. Nismo says he got a Mickey Mouse phone.
Nismo.
Orlando got a Mickey Mouse phone too, then I guess. I got an iPhone. See, I got an iPhone.
They have an Obama phone. That's what it is.
Orlando has an iPhone. Anyways, back to the topic.
So Red, there's another type of abuse too, which is work.
But
women and men that get harassed at work.
Today is domestic violence, not sexual harassment.
Well, and there's domestic violence too at work.
That's sexual harassment.
No, it's not.
And what's wrong with an Android? Edgar says, man, relax. Nobody's talking about androids. Listen, telling you that you never do anything right is one of the signs. Get it. I can't read it, so small. Preventing or discouraging you from spending time with your friends, family members, or peers. Signs. Insulting, demanding, and shaming you, especially in front of other people. Pressuring you to use drugs and alcohol. Destroying your belongings or your home. Controlling finances in the household without decisions, including taking your money or refusing to provide money for necessary expenses. Dollar Tree phone. Oh my God. Yells at you and makes you feel small. Intimidating you through threatening looks or actions. Insulting, demanding, and shaming you. I already read that. Preventing you from making your own decisions, including about working or attending school. Those are some signs, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some signs. You can also call 999 for urgent help. If you can't get, you'll reach somebody. Reach out. Tell somebody what's going on. Give a sign. You need help? Go up to somebody and be like this. and they will know. A lot of people know the sign language, so they will know to help you. I know if I see a woman getting beat up by her man, I'm going to stop it. I'm going to interfere. They say don't interfere because you're going to look like the bad guy in the end. I don't care. I don't care. I won't allow a man to beat on a woman, and I won't allow a woman to beat on a man either. It's not who I am. I wasn't brought here to let shit just happen. Shit is not a curse, just in case. It's not a curse. It's poop.
Poop.
Well, guys, thank you for all joining. I appreciate you. I love you guys. You're late, Juancito. What's going on?
Oh, Juancito.
What's up, Red? Jenny from the block. Where's my pateles? Oh, God.
They're on their way.
This is Jen Glow.
They're coming.
This is Jen Glow. She is a chef. She has a page of her own, a business page, where you can order pateles, you can order food. She does not do deliveries. You would have to pick it up. Or she can mail it to you. Pay her extra and she can mail it to you. Women empowerment. Yes, Elizabeth. Yes. Good night. Us senior citizens need sleep. Mira, JB, you're not a senior citizen. Tranquilo. She Uber to Florida. No Uber to Florida.
Well, I'll be in Florida soon in a year and a half. I'm gonna have my own food truck, so you guys can come down there.
Facebook. Yes. Thank you, Cito. She is Jen Glow. Chef Jen Glow. Get it straight, guys. We are coming straight from Platinum Music Entertainment. We are down with Power Music. Whoop, whoop. I got a few of my brothers up in here listening. She is our chef. I am.
Thank you.
Your one and only Red Queen. Thank you for joining us. You guys all have a blessed night. We're trying to do this like every week, every Friday. Maybe the same time, maybe not. I will let you guys know so you can tune in and join the fun. Sometimes it'll be fun. Sometimes it'll be serious. I love you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. Good night.